Hi guys, I'm here with my MSX and today it's time to install this. So what is this? This is a replacement, or really a new LED controller for the back and front ring LEDs for the MSX. This is from EUC guy, and he was kind enough to send me this, and I'm excited to put this in. I always really hated the lights on the, maybe hate's too strong of a word, but I just didn't like the built-in patterns and the color scheme that Godway went with. So Matthias has been doing a lot of cool stuff with his wheels, and I think this is really neat. And his packaging is just it's fantastic. I love the fact so this obviously he's 3D printed a bunch of this, and he's got EUCguy.com, and I actually forget get out the old magnifier here. It's real tiny. It says LED controller dash plug and play. And it should be plug and play. This is a one cable for the touch sensor, which I'll be showing you, and then one cable to connect power to this guy and everything else. And this is an optional temperature sensor, which I'm not gonna attach right now, because I don't think I would make use of this capabilities, and it's a little experimental right now anyway. So let me open up this wheel and get to it. It's been a long time since I've opened this wheel. I've actually only opened it once. That was when I got the wheel. I had to connect the batteries. It's been trouble-free, and generally I don't open my wheels unless there's a problem. So some of my wheels have actually never been opened. I was looking at my records, and so I've had this wheel for 1 year and 4 months. Got the first shipment from eWheels, and I only have 650 miles on this wheel. So not a lot, actually, when you think about it, for a year and 4 months old. So the thing is, I have a lot of wheels. I have 11 wheels right now, and they're all nice wheels. And I rotate through a lot of wheels, and sometimes it can be a month or two before I ride one of them. Not all of them. Some I definitely ride more than others, and then when I get a new wheel, I tend to ride that more. So in a way, I almost have a new wheel here. It's kind of funny. I figure I'm count them up exactly, but I figure I have it. Surely, I'm pretty sure I've ridden at least 12,000 miles. Someplace between 12,000 and 15,000 miles over the last 3.5 years of riding that I've been doing. Not quite 3.5, but something like that. But I have 11 wheels right now, but I've had I don't know, maybe 6 others in addition to these. So divide all those miles by 16 wheels, and you can see why none of my wheels. I don't think I have ever ridden more than 2,000 miles on a given wheel. Okay, let's see what this looks like after almost a year and a half inside. Hopefully there are no surprises. And everything is as I left it. I put some tie wraps here on the battery leads in the control board because they're really close to one of the motor wires, which can get pretty hot. So it looks good, really nice, clean. No, again, I've only ridden it for 650 miles, but done a fair amount of trail riding, and very clean inside. Unlike the 16X, which is like a pig's pen inside. It's really dirty. All right. So this board, I think I'm going to put it right in here, somewhere around here. I'm going to try and get it in with, let's see what I come up with. So to be on the safe side, I will disconnect the battery. Turn the wheel on. If I remember how to turn it on. All right. Okay, so the only thing I've had to do that I'm going to have to do to connect up to the existing circuitry is to disconnect this cable, which is adjacent to the Hall sensor cable. Of course, you have to deal with the lovely silicone that always gobs over everything. I really wish they'd go to do something like sensible, like what Kingsong does. They just use proper connectors that won't disconnect on you. So I'm just gonna have to undo this wire guide here so I can get free access to this cable. At least they use these. You don't look at the old original Gotway wheels. They've come a long way, but they still got a long way to go. Okay, so this is going to connect up to the board, so it gives me enough room here. So let me mount this board, show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to use Dual Lock by 3M. This is a Velcro-like material, kind of like Velcro, but in a way not like Velcro. You have to see it to believe it, but super strong. No way this will vibrate loose. I think if I use regular Velcro, it wouldn't come loose either, but what the heck, why not use this super strong stuff? And that'll allow me to remove the board easily if I need to get to it, because you can flash new firmware on here that Matthias is always working on. So that's what I'm going to use. And this stuff has a really strong adhesive. I'm just marking where to put it. Now hear this satisfying click as this connects. It is like just really solid. It's incredible. No way that's going to come loose. But of course it will when I pop it off. Okay, that's done. Let's connect things up. Okay. The LEDs. The existing LED goes to this second connector from the bottom. Of course, I'm putting it in backwards. Okay. Then the new, this is the power in. And it gets its power from the existing LEDs. Like that. I'll tidy this up after I want to connect it up and give it a test. And then this, third and last one, is the touch sensor. And I'm going to experiment a little bit on how I want to mount this. I'm going to test to see how what kind of range I have on this guy. That's it. Pretty easy to attach everything. So I'm going to power this guy up and just make sure everything works, and then I can experiment with the touch sensor. All right, let's see what happens. So I told Matthias I wanted, I like blue and red. I like these colors already. I like these colors so much better than that rainbow effect that Gateway had. All right, cool. It's basically working. So now I want to see if I can, I'm going to experiment to see if I can attach this directly to the shell with Velcro. And I want to see if the Velcro will interfere with this. So I'm going to do a little experiment here. Okay, so mounting this sensor is a bit tricky. It's best not to have anything touching the surface, the front surface. So what I decided to do is I took some foam. I tend to keep bits of foam packaging because it always comes in handy for things like this, for instance. This is a 5/8 inch thick foam. medium stiffness, and I just cut a groove. Took out this bit, just did it with an X-Acto knife, just took my time. And then this fits in here like this. And then this fits in this groove, existing space. And I can just mush that in there. And realistically, I don't think it's going to go anywhere when riding. And I just position it, squeeze it down there so it's below the surface. And it works. And I already tested, just laid the side panel on, and it seems to work. So I'm going to try it like this, see how it goes. Obviously it'll be pretty easy for me to just open it up and tweak it if it loosens up. We'll see. So that was only a time-consuming part of this, I would say. Let me straighten out the wires a little bit, put the cover on, and see what it looks like in the dark. Okay, it is working perfectly. You heard that? There is a little when it starts up. Fortunately, it's not very loud. I wouldn't have minded if that doesn't happen. For us that like silent wheels that turn on, that you can't even hear it, but it's pretty quick, not annoying. And lights are off. Been experimenting a little bit. I'm not sure how many modes there are, maybe a dozen, something like that. But it works pretty good. And again, I asked Matthias, I like the blue and red. And he did tell me there's some more new firmware. I'm using what he sent me, but it's pretty easy to update the firmware, which I might do to play around, but so far I'm really liking these. This is a cool one. It looks like you do, and this changes too, and you've got different colors. Some of these are pretty bright. None of these lights modes are affected by the speed of the wheel, and I don't know if the battery indicator is still functioning or this is disengaged from the battery. I'll have to ask Matthias. Frankly, I don't look at the back of the lights for my battery anyway. I always use my phone. Let me turn off the lights and give you a better look. I think this looks cool. Again, I like that one. There'll be a link down below. Matthias sells these. So you can check out his website. I'm not sure what he's charging for these, but I think it's pretty cool if you want to customize your MSX a little bit. And it's probably pretty easy to get a custom light pattern that you like from him, I would imagine. That's a bright one. I'm gonna have fun with this. I really enjoy lights now, running at night. I don't know, it's kind of fun, and I think it looks cool for the bystanders that see you whiz by at night to see kind of a light show going on. This is so much better than what comes from Gotway. All right, guys. Hope this was interesting, and be sure to check out Matthias's site if you want to get your hands on one of these guys. Talk to you later.